Welcome to the channel if you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome to the biscuit tin, aka my Kia Picanto 1.1. This, over the past few build episodes, has been slowly being transformed into an old little car into a full-on van type build. If you've not been following the series, we've done a pretty full-on job on this already. We've ripped out all the ceiling, the carpets, the door panels and anything else we could, so we could do a full layer of sound deadening panels and then sort of a heat insulation layer of a 6 and 12mm just to keep you toasty warm in the night. And then we moved on to the electrics with a 2.5 kilowatt battery in the back, a solar charger and a DC to DC converter. This thing has got power coming out its ears. And then after that, we moved on to the bling. Yeah, a roof bunk tent on the top, lighting and such inside, and a little bit of bling on top with a light bar and some pods, and even some rockers on the underside of the Kia. It's looking like a little monster, but there's still a way to go. We've had to do a few little tweaks this morning. We straightened up the light bar because it was blinding inside the car. We've tweaked one of these little touch lights, which I absolutely adore. They're amazing. They're working perfectly now. There's a little bit of work to do on one of the rockers under there, which is difficult to see, just a few more tabs to hold the cable in properly. And then today, we're moving one step closer to finishing the job. I'm seriously psyched, mate. Today, we're going to be moving on to the wood, and it's going to actually take shape and look a little bit more like a usable camper. I honestly can't explain how psyched I am to have this car in this stage and moving forward right now. We've had it for about 9 months and it's slowly turning into a true little monster. So I have to say, as we start with the wood, you can't get more professional than this. We've actually laid it out with laser lines so we can get a perfect line all around the car. Over yonder, and even a second laser down here. This thing's going to be absolutely perfect. The only problem with it is my parking's crap and I normally park on tilt, so even though this is going to be perfect, I'm still going to be on the pedal. It does bode well though. Here's where the beauty of the laser line comes into effect though, because if you know doing van builds, it can be well finicky with the woodwork. We've got a load of profiling to come around inside and on the edges, all down here with the bodywork. This template that I had before, it's kind of a rough fit, so we're going to use that as a template and then build off from that hopefully. What the lads are thinking, I'm assuming, it's going to be 2 sides to it, one panel over the left, one panel over the right, and then hopefully some sort of hatches so I can use the very limited storage space that's in there. And so Jason set ahead making a couple of bespoke panels to hold this wood into place in the car. We were able to integrate and use the old 15mm bolts from the old seats in the back of the car there, and a little bit of 2x4 metal lined up perfectly with the laser line, held into place, and then the lads screwed it in. Totally chuffed with how professional this job's gone down. All in all, looking absolutely pucker. Then it was onto the front part of the car, a little bit of more metal, a couple of bolt holes, and then properly measured out for the angle and bended perfectly to that specific measurement. I mean, you couldn't get more bespoke than this. Well, I've got a bit of wood in, I've got a couple of brackets, just testing it for size. Let's see if I can get my little head in. So, first attempt then, not too far off to be honest. Little bit of crick net, I think we're basically going to drop it about 4 inches. Cut down on the bars here, and obviously the one I'm sitting on here. And then that should pull it down a little bit, and it's going to come in a little bit as well. But that should give me the little bit of extra headroom that I need, so I'm not sat with a crook net. It's really tight, you know, to sort of get everything above all the gubbins that's in here, have it laid out just right, and then still give me enough headroom at the back here. It's yeah, shoe on and a lot of grease. And after a little bit of recutting, shuffling and drilling, well, you always worry that you might be sleeping and the blood might be rushing to your head because you're on a bit of an angle, but I gotta tell you, you ain't getting it much straighter than that, boys. That is perfect. Wicked. Next up, Jason started finalising what's probably one of the most important parts of our whole entire build. This is the hatch that I'm going to remove so I can sit comfortably in the evening inside the biscuit tin. I mean, I could be sitting in this position for up to 6 to 8 hours in an evening, and if I'm editing for the day, up to 14 hours, so it just has to be right. And I gotta tell you, once fitting it, it is actually a quite comfortable position to chill in. While Jason was sorting out the hatch, Jamie got to work cutting, shaping and sanding the second part of the flooring, which is going to sit behind the driver's seat. And with a bit of tweaking, it fit perfectly, and pretty much that was just done for the first day's woodwork. Well, another day and another trauma then. No, not really, but another day's work on the Kia. Really looking forward to this one. As you see, yesterday we got most of the wood in already. Got a hatch built. Don't worry about the damp patch. I must remember to keep the windows shut when I'm driving along, especially on that side. Luckily it didn't drip in. I'd love to tell you what we're gonna do and where we're gonna end up today, but to be honest, how long's a piece of string? We're just gonna try and see what we can do. Hopefully we can get a lot more woodwork done, maybe a little bit of carpeting, and maybe move on to a cook-off. Maybe not. We'll have to see. We are at a stage now though where we can almost see the end game. It's getting there, and it's turning into a real car camping build. This second day of woodwork, we decided to focus on getting the carpeting done, and it actually ended up being one of the shortest days we've had on the job so far. But in a way, certainly inside, gave one of the most visually stunning transformations for the build so far. And I have to say, the ease that Jamie and Jason made this job look was pretty impressive to watch. I could only imagine the difficulty and chaos I would have had trying to do this alone, but luckily that wasn't the case, so the finished job looked absolutely spanking. Well, honestly, I've got to say, this is fantastic. It's so comfy. It makes me feel like I need a warm set of pyjamas and a smoking jacket. It really does. Absolute pucker. It doesn't, however, make me want to bring a hot chocolate in here with the amount of the electrics, but yeah, wicked, mate. So another day, the third day with woodwork, and today we're going to be focusing on building the cooker and where the fridge is going to be, and then possibly where the storage is going to be with some plastic boxes. But to be honest, because we're doing that, there's a very limited amount that I can do. So I'm in the kitchen making myself useful. Yeah, mate, I've got a brew on, man. And if there's one job I can do, it's make a coffee. So I'm actually pretty chuffed about this cooking setup, as this is the first time in any of my car camping setups that I'll have an option of cooking outside, as it's all going to slide out the back, hopefully on these rails.
You want to try your drawer?
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
Certainly do, yeah. Well, first attempt
It's
then.
pointed the wrong way.
Hey? Hang on, what am I doing? It's the bottom
Then
one, isn't it?
two latches.
Oh, it's technical. See, you've built it. It looks fantastic, but it's not idiot-proof, is it? I can't use it. Oh, mate. Look at that. Oh, hang on.
Pull it.
So that's lock one.
Yeah.
That's stage one.
Then do it again. Lift
Optional, we like choices in life. Oh, hang on. And then it comes again. No way. It does as well. Oh, mate, look at that. Oh, how much food I'm going to be able to burn on this thing, mate. Be able to poison people all over Europe. It's going to be fantastic.
it. How strong is it?
How strong is it? I mean, I wouldn't like to test it.
Well, you've got to test it. Well, that's what we've been.
That's the thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's moving
Yeah,
the thing.
so we'll have
So
to
if we
screw that
can put screw in that.
Yeah.
We can screw that thingy down and then.
It's not going to have to hold much weight anyway. So
I know, but if you're cutting or you're doing your cooking.
True. Yeah.
You think if you're out here and you've got a big saucepan on there.
That's true.
That's gonna be some
yeah,
weight.
yeah. Or when I'm, doing my Keith Floyd bit and I'm preparing my courgettes and my carrots and such. Yeah. So how I'm just wondering about the boxes then. What's
We're going to shape that now.
Okay.
So we can shape that, the back of that.
That's now going to get cut down, level with that shelf there,
Okay.
and then up.
Yep.
And then we're going to build another box just to go on that.
Wicked.
And screw down home.
And that's where the storage boxes will go.
Yeah.
Bloody brilliant. Should say, just to put all this video in a bit of context in terms of how awesome the lads are and have been, this final day of building the whole cooking setup in the storage area took a total of only around 4 hours. Yep, 4 hours. Honestly, I would have been looking at weeks if I'd have done it myself, if at all. Let's just say, tools, knowledge, and years of experience. I have got none of it. And how does it look when it's tied and screwed into the biscuit tin? Well, personally, I think it looks absolutely fantastic and really, really usable. Inside, a 51 litre storage box at the bottom, and I am going to be swapping this out for a little bit lower, but I reckon I can get about another 30 litres at the top, almost as much as in the Galaxy. And then obviously the cooking area outside. The fridge on a sliding rail, so I can pull it out and get the lid open, and then obviously that pushes back in and locks. And then I've got an area for all my utensils, a little rudimentary chopping board with about varnish, and the cooker to boot for burning whatever we can. Oh mate, I'm really psyched. It needs a little lick of paint and some carpet on the side to fancy it up, but for the most part it's pretty much finished. There's a few little tweaky bits inside that I'm going to be probably doing myself, and bits over the way, laying out cables and certain bits. I may actually move that and put it somewhere down here so it's out the way of the dashboard and not on show so much. But that's all to come. For now, I can't wait to get out for at least a night and test the biscuit tin out and everything on it, and that's exactly what I'm going to do in Wednesday's episode. Take it out for a proper little test. For now, I think this is going to be the perfect point to end this episode. As always, I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, all the good stuff, hit the like button, subscribe to keep up with the series, and definitely hit me in the comments. A big love to everybody who watches the series, likes, comments, subscribes, and so forth. And a big love to all channel members, donators on PayPal, and buy me a coffee and like. As for now, yeah, take it easy, enjoy the camp, and stay stealthy. This thing is going places. Let's just hope after building it out, the engine holds out.